unseelie queen in this situation.
Yeah, the unseelie
Can I
queen
be
is
Anakin?
definitely Darth Vader.
Oh,
I was showing
Hello.
Discord for a
Just
bit.
in.
I'm wondering how much.
Oh.
I wanted to go
Always
live during
blue.
the Star Wars conversation, but I think we missed some
Yeah.
of
I
it.
mean, we can continue the Star Wars conversation if you want.
It's okay. I think we can move on. We can transition. Welcome to another episode of Gathering of Branches. This is a Pendragon game, kind of, where we play with all the rules of the optional features of Pendragon and the optional side themes of Pendragon, and we make a game out of it. Which, has good precedence, like Mists of Avalon and such. There's things out there that do that. There's stories about Morgan Le Fay, right? So, all right. I'm Bob, the game master, and these are the three players. I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves.
Huh? Oh, is that me? Hi. I'm Rebecca and I play Olwen, and I went a little bit crazy last time, and we'll see how that checks out.
Perfect.
Hi, I'm Emily. I play Beatrice. I did not go crazy last time, but I did become a necromancer, so who knows, really?
Hi, I'm Megan. I play Aranwi. She had a normal one last session. A pretty normal one. Nothing really. She didn't go nuts. She didn't become a necromancer. Yep,
That's it. That's all I got.
that's all I got.
She's a knight.
I'm a knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are a knight. A knight, what is it? A knight, a half a lady, and a witch walk into a bar.
Bartender immediately says, "Get out."
Gonna leave.
We don't serve any of your kind here.
Yeah. Let's maybe. I'm trying to think where to get started with this. Oh, question. We had talked about Dogged's wedding to Aranwi's sister. What does that look like? Where are we at with that? What did we decide? Did we decide to do it on screen, off screen?
I don't think we ever discussed it.
We
I know
talked
that
about
everyone
it
is there for it.
briefly at the end of the last game, and we said that Owen would have been there, but I don't know if that was she goes insane after or makes it back in time. So
Fair.
You're gonna come to my sister's wedding off your rocker? Rude.
yes, I love weddings.
All right. That's perfect. So this is going to be an early spring wedding. Not early spring. Trying to do the month calculation in my head. Let's see. So pagan wheel. Let's see. This will be a late spring wedding. So May, Altana.
May, exciting.
Probably end of May, early June. So nearing that kind of weather. I'd like to pick up with just some little vignettes because you guys have been on missions and stuff for the last little while. I think you've been missing an opportunity to get acquainted to your surroundings and your family and such. So let's maybe go through that. Does anyone? We'll do one each. Does anyone have anyone they want to talk to? You can also use this time to group up and talk. Plan if you have plans.
We have
Nothing
things to
special?
plan for?
No, being ultimately this story at some point kind of takes your lead. So if there's things you want to get done as a group, Oh, I got a hand raised. Emily, go ahead. Yeah.
So I have someone that I would like to do a scene with, and then I have just a general overarching statement. The overarching is that Beatrice is that friend that spends the day like, if you ruin her day, I'll murder you. During a wedding where like there's always one bridesmaid that like their entire job is just making sure that nothing bad gets to the bride in any way, shape, or form. That's Beatrice's whole function.
Beatrice is basically taken over the maid of honor role.
She's made friends with the Dane at this point and like has been like, I will beat up your bullies for you, whatever. So yeah, she's hardcore. She's like anyone that even starts to mess it up, she's like, I will kill you. Like
the bully servants, I forgot about them.
Yeah. Didn't Beatrice say she was definitely going to like maybe murder them? Here's an excuse.
She might still be planning it. It might not have totally gone away because we saw them recently and they were not better people. So who knows really? Who knows what?
And
can
I mean,
happen?
what's really changed other than the character having power over life and death now? So it should be no influence.
I can't imagine anything would go wrong there at all. The other one was if Rebecca and Megan don't have scenes that they can think of, I'm super down for doing the three of us getting ready so that we can touch base but have a reason for touching base. Also, because I think it'd be funny watching Iranwi trying to get pretty for a wedding.
Oh, if Beatrice is doing like, you know, the PR just like on the like headset, making sure everyone is on their just doing the wedding planning, like you have an 8 o'clock at this time. I need you here by now.
Planning like anything. It's literally just she's following a Dane around, and anytime anyone starts like messing something up, she's like, hey, cut it.
right.
So following the party planning person, going like, and if you fuck it up.
Yeah. Precisely. Precisely.
This is a Dane's bouncer. I mean, maid of honor.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
If I make maid of honor,
we got snubbed.
If I beat out Olwen for maid of honor or Iranwi, like,
I don't think Olwen is anywhere on a Dane's radar for maid of honor.
For maid of honor.
But yeah, I think Olwen is making like, people all the pretties
in front of people. She might be okay with you having it as long as she like gets to say hi to her sister. She would understand.
Not a chance. I'm the bouncer. No one's talking.
I will note we do have another sister. Flory hasn't shown up yet much, but we do have there's a third girl in this family.
Never mind. I'm in no way the maid of honor at all.
Right. But yeah, Olwen would definitely be
the family for maid of honor role, don't they?
That's true. I feel like siblings are very rarely the maid of honor. They like do best friend and then sibling is in the wedding party. Whatever.
There's the teenage sister I used to fight with all the time. She's the third one in the back.
I'm bouncer.
Iranwi's relationship. And just in general.
Yeah. Edane and Flory had like a very close, like, oh my god, Flory, you're my older sister. Also, we're 1 year apart, so I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. I love you so much. We're closest friends.
Goodness.
That puts Flory. So that was a very long explanation, Rebecca, of what my role is.
No, it's all good. It is very interesting. Oh no, you're all good. I'm just saying, like, Olwen surprising nobody is basically just making sure that everybody is like on point. Your dress is immaculate. Your face done. Yeah, everyone's gonna look so good in the face area.
Okay. Do you have fashion, Olwen?
Sorry. No, it's not good.
If you mess up my outfit, I'm gonna be so mad.
What is your fashion?
My fashion's 2, Bob.
You're killing me here.
What?
Roll a passion.
Mine is 0.
Yes,
roll
you're
passion,
right.
Please.
Let me roll hospitality really quick.
Loyalty branches.
Yeah, it worked out really well last time.
This is a branches moment.
Yeah, all right.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll loyalty branches.
Yeah. For a wedding? For how we look at a wedding?
It's important. It's
We
important
did
to me.
describe the Jane Austen aspects of this, right?
Listen, I'm having a blast doing this.
Oh, I failed, but it is not a fumble.
Owen strikes again. Okay.
Fine.
It's
fine.
Well, a failure is different than a fumble in this game, anyways.
I know.
Maybe give me. Does that present you with a negative? It totally does, doesn't it?
I think so. I think I'm really sad.
Rebecca, no.
I think I'm really sad, you guys.
You went crazy and immediately sad.
It's just it's the come down, you know.
Oh no, it's sad and then immediately crazy. Because crazy
There's
happens
some
later.
adrenaline from the crazy, and then
I can't do it. You're gonna have like nothing left by the end of this year.
It's okay, Bob.
Okay.
Oh God, Rebecca. Wait, Bob? This is important. I feel like to the scene we're gonna do at any point. Does sad happen and then crazy, or crazy and then sad? Because I feel like that's gonna inform a lot of the context.
That could work, honestly. Like, she was so sad that she gave really bad advice to Gwydion, and it was bad. And it's just
Yeah, that could have worked. I'm fine with that because this is like
Yeah.
the early lead into the wedding.
So yeah,
And then I
this
get
is sad then crazy. Yes?
so.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Sad, and then you gave bad advice to Gwydion, which made you run off into the woods or in the Vale, and you
I just need to
returned
know
2
if
days
you're
later.
yelling at her.
Fair.
So you're not being nuts at my sister's wedding. You're being a downer at my sister's wedding.
You're
I
not
think
allowed
you're
to be
over.
anywhere near the
She's
bride.
over that by now.
I just want everyone to look nice. That's all.
That was before
that's
though.
sad.
Just to establish that the sad part is over because that happened.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That would have been. That would have been.
That would
before.
have been just now. Would be the melancholy.
Well, then
If I was
it couldn't have been sad then crazy because it was crazy, right? The crazy part happened. You were already gone. The crazy part happened when you were gone.
Right.
Oh.
So I'm back
Okay,
now,
so-
and it's
so-
in time.
Crazy then sad. Okay.
Okay.
Exciting.
That was the saddest thing I've ever
For
heard.
6
That's what you
days.
just said.
Oh man.
For
Unless
6
someone-
days,
I-
it's gonna cover
I
the
messed-
wedding and any
I
festivities
messed up.
after.
I messed up the dress. Well, we could say that I was working on the dresses like beforehand, and I messed them up. Do I still roll for fashion, or would that have had a negative modifier?
You can roll it at a 1.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, man. Just don't fumble it, Rebecca. God damn it.
Emily.
Don't say that! Don't say that!
I think
I
what
ripped-
happens is
I ripped your other
Yeah.
dress.
in the moment of ripping it up, you just like you know what it was? I got it. I'm gonna tie this back together. All right, so we got it. We're gonna go back to Olwen in a minute. We're gonna set that. It's gonna be in character C in a second. We're gonna go to someone else. This is like mere couple of days before the wedding kind of thing, or we'll say the day before the wedding. That sounds good.
Ooh.
Who wants to do something well for now? Like, who wants to jump in with the scene?
I can. I had questions for Lilo.
Okay.
It's not a fun scene. It's a serious one.
That happens.
Yep. It's not a fun wedding festivities.
That
So
happens.
I would have darkened her doorstep again, because as I do. She probably doesn't knock at this point.
No, probably not.
To be completely fair, she probably stopped knocking a long time ago. Probably a little too early than she should have. And she'll just kind of walk in and perch herself on something. So I did my trials. Was that the whole thing, or is it just the one?
Oh, yes, those are your trials. Congratulations. You have entered your first step.
Yeah, that's the first step.
Well, there's never a time when we're not learning, young one.
Oh, great.
You've had what we call the initiation. It's a start.
I saw my mother.
When you start to say things, and you say, "I saw my mother," she walks over and she puts her finger on your lip and says, what your time shows you is for your eyes. Say what you feel comfortable, but know that you needn't not tell anyone if you wish not to.
It's the creepiest phrase I've ever heard. My mother took the same choice as I did, didn't she?
How do you mean, my dear?
She chose the same as I did.
You'll have to be more specific.
She chose power over life and death.
That she nods.
I really should have talked to you before we did it, because I feel like I would have not chosen that had I known.
It's important that you respond to what is calling you. Your mother is frowned upon by the ladies, but not for her choice over life and death. For other reasons.
Because she didn't give them her children? That's generally what I've gathered.
No. Because she had them. The ladies are forbidden. They are chaste. It gives them power over the water.
But did she choose? Because they have Nimue, and Nimue was a baby when they took her, and you can't really understand that choice.
No.
Did my mother have that choice?
Well, she chose, yes.
Did she choose? Was she Nimue's age when they took her?
All of the ladies are young girls when they're initiated.
So she had no idea what she was agreeing to. Not really.
No more than a page or a squire that is to be knighted.
That's a good point. And I'm not bound by that, right?
No.
Cool.
Something tells me your god is, right? Your goddess wouldn't be too pleased with such a commitment.
No, that was mostly why I was asking. That would pose a problem. But Nimue won't get to choose.
I think in time, all of us will choose. You will choose. Perhaps some things have been put before you, but you always have a choice. Your mother chose. No one slew her for it. Not yet, anyways.
How do you know she's still alive?
Oh, I don't. But I expect that if something were to bring about your mother's demise, they would have to catch her very, very off guard.
I would believe that, but then again, Vivian caught her off guard pretty easy, so...
Yvain is very powerful.
She's not coming back, is she?
That's the impression I have. I think Summerland is no longer her home. Perhaps not Avalon. I don't know what she's up to exactly, but it sounded as if she was parting ways here. Perhaps going to the other side. Perhaps in Fairy somewhere.
Well, I doubt any of us will talk to her, but if you do, can you tell her to warn people next time? Because there's like a good amount of fallout from that decision.
She shrugs. I could say many things to Vivian. Doubtless she'd listen to any of them.
I believe that.
She is hospitable to us. Those who study Wicca, who worship Wicca, who practice Wicca, whatever way you want to say it. She is not of the same mind. None of the ladies are.
I seem to have come to an understanding with Nineveh. That's at least somewhat helpful.
Oh yes, the Dark One. She's interesting.
Yeah. She's interesting. I'm not sure she always thinks it through, but then neither do I. So.
She shrugs. That's true.
That's all I had. So she'll just, her very unceremoniously, like, okay, and then stands up and walks out.
She smiles. Wish your sister luck for me. Or wait. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got getting people mixed up. Wish Aaron me's sister luck for me.
Oh, I thought you meant Nimue, and I was gonna be like, word. Oh, I'm checking on her. I
made a cross connection somewhere in my brain. This is where I blame my sickness. Not my age, damn it.
I'll stop on the way out and turn and just... Yeah, believe me, this day's gonna go well if it kills me. So. She'll be fine. Luck may not have anything to do with it. It might be a knife. I'm not sure yet. She'll walk out.
Awesome. Okay, so changing scenes to Eronwy, do you want a scene with Dane and Flory? What works?
I think Aranwi is probably like trying to help everyone get ready, so she's not helping with the makeup, but
Yeah.
like she's good enough at like little bits of like housekeeping. Like she can sew, so she'll like sew up like any like patches or anything, seams, etc. So she's like very awkwardly with her like 17 size trying to help with like the woman tasks TM because she's her sister. I'm gonna be helpful.
Gonna be helpful,
I
damn
should
it.
be outside.
I think it'd be interesting, like you find yourself kind of trying to follow Dane around as she's, tasking everyone else with things, and you're like you're there, like you're that eager, you know, you're that eager puppy, just like let me help. I want to help. And then finally,
I'm not good at that. Let me help with something else.
Finally, Dane looks up to you and says, Eronwy, I haven't heard back from Owen since yesterday. She's supposed to bring the dresses to me for first inspection. Do you want to check in with her? Could you do that for me?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Successfully scraped off.
All right.
Where should I find her?
Oh, she's here in the manor. I believe she was she provides you the room. Like imagine there would be like a room in the location. But I imagine there'd be a room like pretty designed for like anything that involved like sewing and needlework in general, right? Like cushy seats and all the bells and whistles that you need to get the job done, whether it be like sewing fabrics or like just fine embroidery or anything like that. So I don't even know.
Yeah,
does all that stuff exist?
My mom had one of those. We call it the sewing room.
I was gonna say that, but yeah. I don't know if there'd be a formal sewing room in a manor, but sure, it makes sense. Why not? Yeah.
Sure.
I have marked the location on your map. You may proceed there at once.
Aranwi follows the quest marker.
As you do, it starts to go the other way for some reason. No.
Wait a minute.
Shit, I've gotten turned around.
I tried to go in a straight line, but I had to go around this one.
You're like, that's a floor up.
Ugh. I have to go back, find the stairs.
Awareness roll, Aranwy.
Okay, I love being aware of things. I actually upped my awareness this time. So, get ready for my 15 awareness, lads. I succeeded.
Yay.
As you start to near the room, you hear like what sounds like a bit of giggling, like just at first like, oh, then maybe Owen's like
having a good time.
Yeah, and then it just kind of keeps going. It keeps going.
She's having a real good time. Got a case of the giggles.
Yeah. As you.
All right, she's gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
Owen, got the dresses?
What?
You look inside and you see one of the dresses is just torn up into shreds, and you see like a little pool of like stained red, like blood.
Oh. Owen, are you all right? Just kind of like looking directly at the blood pool and then over at Owen, like, where's the wound?
Well, I was making the dress and I messed up, but I thought I could save it, and then I kept cutting and cutting and oh.
You see that the needles actually all the way through her thumb. Like...
Ah! Okay, I'm rolling first aid. Succeeded on first aid, so we are going to find a little like scrap of fabric somewhere, not part of the dress. Scrap fabric. Maybe we can salvage this dress. I don't think so, but Aranwi doesn't know that. So like lining fabric or something, like the stuff that you use to like mock up dresses, and she's just gonna like, yikes. All right, let's Owen, I need you to count to 5 and look over there. And on
1,
5, I'm gonna pull the needle out.
2,
Boink.
5.
3, sir.
Needle's out now.
Someone pops in.
3.
Owen, I was hoping you could count to 5.
Right.
That's not the
1.
order they go in.
1.
Did she even notice that I pulled the needle out of
2.
her entire finger?
Nope.
3.
I don't think so. Okay, this is...
4. 5.
We have multiple crises here.
I did it.
Ronwi is going to kind of sit there for a second and like go through all of these things happening and say,
Oh.
all right, yeah, that's a bandage on your thumb, and now we're going to, and she kind of like lifts her up under the arms. She's like, okay, we're going to see Lady Gwynedd now. All right.
I like
Yeah,
Lady
you
Gwynedd.
like Gwynedd.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go find her, shall we?
Mhm.
She's gonna lead her out the room and beeline to Gwynedd. Where is she?
All right, so it wouldn't take too much to find Gwynedd. She would be. I think Gwynedd's not as concerned with the wedding. It's not really like hers. Like she's hosting
really her
it,
business.
right? Yeah. For once, she's not like she's the host, but she's not officially the one responsible for all this. It's what all of y'all are for, as well as Doggett and everyone. So, she is assisting where she can, but mostly looking after matters of the manor. I think she's probably like sitting down and doing paperwork, effectively, like crunching numbers right
Okay.
now. Yeah.
I think as we leave the room, Owen's just gonna say, I messed up the dresses.
Yes, but I'm gonna find my mom and Florrie, and they're gonna fix it. Alright?
Okay.
And we are going to talk to Gwynedd. She's right over there. And she's gonna take a look at you. And specifically, she's gonna take a look at your head.
I think
Because
my
I
head's fine.
think there's something wrong.
No, I just got sad because of the dresses and everyone's counting on me, and I don't want to ruin it for Dane.
Right. Well, I'm gonna fix that, and we're gonna all be okay. And we're also gonna fix you, because you're not just sad right now. I've seen you sad. This is a little different. So let's Hey, Gwynedd!
All right. Yep. Oh, hello.
Right, Owen came back from the woods recently. As you know.
Yes. She kind of looks up.
Well, she's here now. And, she can't count to 5. She didn't notice when I unstabbed her thumb. with a needle that she stabbed into it. I think might be something wrong with her, and I don't know how to fix her.
Oh my.
Even a little.
Owen, why don't you come and have a seat with me? She
Yeah,
motions.
all right. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Awareness tests, everyone. Or Owen, you're still rocking the -5 right now.
Yeah.
I am not aware.
I'm not there.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Oh.
Good job, Olwen.
Why is your awareness?
Is it normally
Because I'm sad.
is it
It's
normally a
normally a
6?
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
This is
Now,
really
just so
sad.
you know, guys, you are capable of pulling someone out of melancholy if you ever want to try. You have to compete against.
Right.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen with Edric 50 times.
You gotta
can
do the
backfire.
Harrison recovery. Like in Persona 5. When you got a stat problem, you gotta smack them with the fan.
So I have to smack Olwen, is what you're saying.
Snap out of it.
I want to do it.
Well,
So
Wow.
I
It's gonna be
I
like that
will
scene in
warn you.
Airplane when there's just like a whole line.
By the way, the line in the book is actually "snap out of it!" An exclamation point. So,
Yeah, like in Moonstruck.
yeah. It's possible to intentionally and abruptly awake a melancholic knight or even a maddened one. So you're competing against the victim situation. The healer must defeat the victim's passion that put him into the miserable state. The healer may use a passion or a trait that he has, which may penetrate the victim's feelings, even if it is to provoke anger in them. Vaguely appropriate passions may incur a penalty, so if the passion doesn't sound like it makes sense, we might say, yeah, you can use it, but a -5. You attempt again in an opposed roll against the passion of the person. So, by the way, Owen, you're down a point on that passion, and you got the glory for that. So.
Okay, cool. I will add that. Should I add the one for the madness too?
Yes, the glory for the madness. Now, I was thinking the literal one. I'm like, 1 point for madness? What?
Yeah.
So if the healer wins, the condition is ended. If the victim wins, however, they fly into a rage and attack the healer.
That's fine. I can handle her.
I
can take her. She's a twig.
If it's a tie result, both characters fail and nothing happens. If the healer's roll fails, it's the same as if any failed passion roll. You lose 1 point and become melancholic yourself.
Now that.
If the victim fumbled, they're entirely maddened and dash away, throwing off their armor, tearing off their clothes. Well, as examples, armor or clothes, they go mad.
These are some.
This literally happened to Lancelot, right? So that's where
the most that I could justify. I don't think honor can really cut it here. So the most I can justify is my love family, which is 15, against Olwen's hospitality,
16.
which is a 17.
16,
isn't it?
16 minus 5.
It was a loyalty branches, which was 17.
Right. Okay.
That sent me into the melancholy.
Yeah, she's no longer mad. She's just crazy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So it's 16 minus 5 for an 11.
16 minus 5. Yeah, you'd be competing against an 11 because Olwen is currently melancholic. It's the one advantage you have.
Oh, I am. Oh.
Don't have to. Yeah.
I know. I want to, but also I'm looking at those odds and going like, if 2 of us are out of commission for this wedding, I'm gonna scream. Oh, hang on. I've got something. I don't got something. That's a 13. I was thinking I could roll my trusting Beatrice of like, look, Beatrice is being useful, and Beatrice will also kill your ass if she finds out about this. I trust that.
I love it. Threaten her with
However,
me.
my trusting is only 7, which means that my trusting Beatrice, even though it's maxed out, will hit me at a 13, which isn't spectacular.
Yeah, that's not. It'd be a good threat though.
It would be good. But I can't be melancholic. I'm sorry, Olwen. I'm just gonna have to slap you normally and have nothing happen.
Set that line in Airplane, shake, smack, and the next person.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I
Yeah.
get the lion? Because I feel like if anyone wanted to have this job, it would be Beatrice. Just generally for anyone. Just like, oh, I get to hit them? Like, no one's gonna yell at me? Let's do it.
Let's do it. I think... So Gwynedd doesn't know what to do about Olwen.
She's just kind of got her, like, close by. She's got the same kind of idea, but I'm not going to let an NPC pull her out of passion or pull her out of melancholy. It's too much for Frisbee. In this state.
I think Aranwi is going to, like, she's in safe hands.
Yeah.
I have a dress to deal with.
Yeah, it looks pretty shredded, too.
I don't have the rolls for that, but I do have a mom and a sister. We're not going to tell Edain about this.
Okay, so, real quick, Aranwi, Gwynedd says, why don't you leave her here with me? You can get back to, well, whatever.
Right, I'll, check on her later, and
she'll be
hopefully
fine.
I'll have thought of something.
It wears off over time, usually.
Oh, good. Alright. I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder. I don't know what's happening to you, but it's not your fault.
It's
and
my
it's
fault.
all gonna
I
be
didn't
okay.
measure.
Alright, I'm gonna go. Because she's a little bit panicky.
Okay. We're gonna follow Aranwi for a moment. Another awareness test as you walk out.
I would love to. I've succeeded.
Okay. You hear the dogs, like the hounds, basically the hunting hounds, they're barking pretty, like, quite crazily. Like, the only time you've ever seen them do that is when something like either a wild animal or a problematic phase nearby.
Oh, it's just everything today, isn't it? It's just every single goddamn thing.
Yeah, and we'll give Beatrice an awareness test because you're coming up the hill right now, too.
Yeah, I naturally am the person that was like, I won't put a point in awareness. I don't
Fell by
use that
one.
as much as I use entry. Yeah, that tracks. All right.
That wouldn't have made you win it anyway. That's okay. 19 is hard to beat, so unless you got a 19. So, okay, so you're coming up the hill. I think Aranwi, you run into somebody I can't find on the list, which is perfectly fine. Oh, there she is. You run into Branwen.
Branwen. Okay.
Branwen, like, looks at you and raises a brow and says, "Do you hear that?"
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know.
Great.
I'm gonna go check it out. You're like you'd be like at the front of the manor, but not outside yet. Like the front room, effectively.
Okay. How close, hypothetically, is my squire or my little brother, whom I assume is also here for his sister's wedding?
Your brother has not arrived yet, but he will be here soon. Yeah. They're due to arrive in, actually, no. Griffith's around. Yeah, why not? Griffith's nearby, but your squire's probably been told to relax because there isn't anything going on right now. And then so.
Okay, my goddamn squire.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got two things we need to do. One of which I'm more suited for, and one of which my darling little brother can do. I can delegate.
Okay.
So if he's nearby, she's going to like quickly like lean over and be like, Grifflet! Come here!
Griffith's like, huh? Oh. Hey, what's going on?
Quieter? I don't know.
Like this quiet or quieter than that?
Quieter.
Alright.
Just so that. Okay. What's going on is that you need to run and get Flory and Mom because
why? What for?
Stress. Shut up! Grifflet.
Right. I mean, why? What for?
Because Lady Alwyn, she's like recalculating in her head how much she can tell him at this point. She's going to say, Lady Alwyn needs assistance finishing up Edane's dress. And we need to get them quickly. Take them to the sewing room. And you can't look in because it's bad luck if a boy sees the wedding dress.
Oh, I see.
This is definitely a lie, but also like he can't see this shit.
Yeah. You know, it's all right. Flory and Mom.
Flory and Mom, and I'll tell you what's up with the dogs as soon as I know. Right?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. It's weird. Anyways,
we'll find out. Run, run, run.
Yeah.
She's gonna like actually like push him a little, like get her. Then she's gonna run after Branwen.
Yep. All right. Beatrice, you do not see them run out. They leave before you go. So you are coming up the way, and you know there's a little bit of yapping from the dogs going in the distance as you reach the manor.
I'm the Dane Protection Squad, so
yeah, you're gonna go check in it.
I'm more focused on that. I'm gonna go to Dane.
As you wander in, we're gonna cut back to Olwen for a second. Olwen, Lady Gwynedd, Lady Gwynedd looks to you a moment, puts a hand on your shoulder, and just says, "Was it your recent trip? Are you ready to talk about that yet?" And all of a sudden, you're back in it before you can even think about it. So in a flashback sort of way, your eyes go wide and you think back. You find yourself at the edge of the mist. Before you is a rider, familiar one, on top of a giant boar.
Hello.
Lady Olwen, where be your knight protectors? I have something to give them, he says, moving his spear around in a bit of a twirl.
They're not here. I ran away.
Why would you do such a thing?
I just wanted to help my friends. I just wanted to tell him the right thing, and I couldn't tell him the right thing, and it all went bad. It all went bad, and I just wanted him to be okay. I just wanted to support him, and I wanted him to be okay, and I messed it up, really bad, and so I just left. I just left.
And you came here.
It's the only place I have family aside of him.
He nods. I'll take you to her.
Thank you.
And we'll pause. Okay.
We'll pause?
That scene in particular.
Will what?
Yeah. Owen.
No, I want to see her.
Yeah.
Don't be shy, Bob.
Right? All right, so cutting back to Beatrice now.
Hi.
What was your intentions from here?
I was going to Dane.
All right. So you make your way to Adane, which is fairly easy to find. Adane is there with well, we established she was previously with Flory, right?
Oh.
Oh dear.
It's okay, I lied to Grifflet about the severity of the situation. It's all fine.
Yeah. So as Beatrice kind of makes her way in, the awareness test. It's an awareness test.
With the awareness test. Really hammering it in that I didn't put any points into this. Yeah. Really just
you don't
hammer in that.
You don't hear anything, but as you walk in, you kind of see Grifflet there, and Grifflet, Eranwi's mother, and Flory all kind of exit together, and Adane looks up at you. Oh, Beatrice.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm almost ready.
Okay.
I sent Eranwi to go find Owen. I still haven't seen the dresses, but that's okay. I mean,
That's okay.
Eranwi beat the Goblin Knight, right? She can
Yeah.
surely find Owen.
She can absolutely do it.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna kneel in front of her. I'm gonna kneel in front of her. Listen, you're gonna get married, and it's going to be beautiful. And it's going to be amazing. No matter what.
Right.
If I have to start fighting people to make it happen, I will. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna work out anyway. Because like it or not, y'all love each other. So.
Very much.
It'll work.
Though, this whole thing is fairly complicated. And what if I'm not ready to be? I'm lowborn, right? Will any of the other ladies, will any of the other courts be able to look at me as their equal? I have a job. I'll have to represent Lady Gwynedd just like everyone else, and she's starting to you can tell she's starting to really panic.
She's spiraling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab her hands because I'm kneeling in front of her.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she's sitting down. I don't know.
Yeah, she is right now.
Okay. I'm gonna grab her hands to stop her. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret as someone who has had to go on business with the lady and is also very, very lowborn. The fact that you're lowborn, just in general, none of it matters. None of it does.
How can it not? I mean, everything.
People act like it matters, but it doesn't. Because, regardless of it, even if they say something, you're going to brush it off because you're his wife. You deserve respect. It doesn't even matter if you're his wife. You in general deserve respect. You're strong, Adane. You'll be good at it. You're arguably better sometimes than some of the people who are going to be ladies. Trust me, I've been stuck with a whole bunch of them for every feast for months. None of it matters. You're going to marry someone you love. That matters.
Give me an honest test.
An honest test? My honest, I think, is actually pretty. Please,
So.
honest. Is she considered? She's not considered branches.
She's
We're
bad.
not rolling, guys. We're not rolling well tonight. I'm so scared.
She's branches adjacent. She's like
branches adjacent.
She's a
She's my
sapling.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could try to. Yep.
Oh God, but guys, we haven't been rolling well. What if I get melancholic?
I
Everyone.
swear.
You get a mental illness. You get a mental illness.
If you leave me alone, I'm gonna cry.
I don't think
you
I
should-
can
wait,
do it. I think we've had
what's
so much
your-
bad juju around, like
What's your
during
branches at?
passions that I know it's at 15. If I fail, it's bad.
No,
Wait,
I think
it's a
15 is
16 and up.
fine. It's 16 and
is
up.
fine.
16,
You're good.
16 to 19
I'm
is
gonna go.
yeah. Roll dash
Go
is.
for it. Ooh.
All right, guys, is it loyalty gathering, or do you think we're praying to horse god? This is a horse god moment.
Well, the
I
horse
think
god
branches
does,
is appropriate.
Branches feels
branches
more
is
appropriate, let's
appropriate.
be honest. I just like rolling horse god. Oh, thank God. Thank you, branches.
Right,
Okay, that's
5.
what, a plus?
+5.
Plus 5.
It's your
For the
plus
scene.
5, yeah. Yes.
Hey, look at
Didn't need
that.
it, but I'm okay with that.
You seem to calm her down a little bit. Like there's you're conveying your truthful, blunt way of saying things is resonating, or at least serving to sort of calm her down. She's finding herself sort of taking a deep breath, and things seem to be going better.
Mhm.
Maybe you're right.
You're gonna kick their butts, Adane. They'll just have to live with that. You know more about the world than they do, let's be honest.
Do you want to maybe go for a walk in the garden or something?
Let's do
Get
it.
some fresh air.
Aw.
Yep, 100%. I just gotta help her up.
All right. Scene cuts back to Aranmi.
Yeah, what's the dog's mad about?
All right.
What the dog doing?
You get to the stables where the kennels are kept real close by, and you know your placement. We kind of established previously that there's kind of 4 general areas around the manor. But I can't seem to find those 4 areas. I must have overwrote them with something. Damn it.
It was a really long time ago.
It was.
We used it for the Easter hunt, so it might be labeled under that.
No, it's not labeled under anywhere. Just check. Let's see. There's 2 archive.
Cool.
Nope.
Whatever.
I probably overwrote it with like something I had to do quickly on the fly. I do that from time to time. But in the meantime, we established that there's like the Grove, there's the Barrel Vale, there was
Swampy area, I think.
the lowland kind of area. It's a little bit more swampy in nature. I forget what the 4th was. Just like open field, right? Like meadows kind of thing. Like rolling hills. It's what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Or a water feature or something.
You notice that the dogs seem to be give me a hunting roll for more, but regardless of what you roll, you notice that the dogs are very clearly like barking at the grove. Like there's something in the grove right now.
I failed hunting.
It doesn't net you anything negative. It just can't make any more of it. But the way they're going nuts, like, you know, the few times you've had this, it usually meant trouble nearby. And given you have travelers coming in, like one of the things that Lady Gwynedd established is to get the knights to protect everything other than the Veil. The Veil's a write-off. You can only do so much against the Veil, right? But protect.
I feel like if people are going into the Veil, that's on them.
Yeah. Prince.
Like,
gotta hand out a flyer, and like it's on like the little invite. Like, okay, yeah, please be aware of the Veil.
Yeah,
is bad.
They got a sign posted on the other side with a red X. And they got a skull like posted on a spear.
Here's one of those
around
signs, like
the detour sign.
Owners are responsible for damage to their own property past this point.
Yeah. So with that in mind, obviously you're with Branwen. She looks to you.
Mm-hmm. We should go check that out, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should.
All right. If it looks like trouble we can handle, we'll just handle it. And if it's something we can't handle, at least one of us is gonna have to go running. All right? To get some more help. You wanna?
She says with like she's not playful very often, but because seeing it's just the two of you, she says when you say and if it's something we can't handle, she says we'll send Cadrigan on an errand alone.
Ron, we genuinely like. Yeah, but one of us has to run to go get Cadrigan first. So flip a coin. Heads it's me, tails it's you.
She nods.
All right, I'm gonna actually make a roll.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
All right. So you rolled him off, and I'll go get Cadrigan. All right, let's go.
All right. So you're riding into the grove, looking around, are you?
Yeah, looking around, and if it's just like a couple guys making trouble, we kosh them on the head. We're done. If it's an entire invading party, we have other problems.
Give me an awareness roll.
I love awareness. I succeeded.
Okay. You make your way through the grove for a bit, and as you're riding through, you hear what sounds like a strange like grunt, just one, and then it's silent again. It's coming from a nearby tree.
I don't like that. Like above or behind?
The grove makes it really hard to like pinpoint. You would suspect it didn't come from above, but your senses might be playing tricks on you.
There's just something about like the every time I hear a weird noise, it's a red cap. It just that keeps happening.
Yeah.
So I think, well, you know what? I think it's time to roll my previous favorite roll, which is spiritual versus worldly. I haven't done it in a while.
All right, let's see it.
Holy shit. We've actually done it. Does that tick spiritual because it's a trait or no?
It does. Yep. What are you testing for? Just for seeing what you feel about it, whether it's like the Scully versus Mulder approach. Is that the idea?
Yeah, basically.
Is it supernatural or is it not? That idea?
Yeah, is she going to be like bandits, or is she going to be like the veil it's spreading, it's thinning, there's a red cap. So we've critted on spiritual, which means there's a goddamn red cap around. So she's looking up and around. Like,
okay.
You've been hearing about how the veil is thinning, right? And it's spreading.
She nods. I have.
Just be ready.
All right. And then are you going for your approach from there? That's wise.
Maybe
Understood.
trying to pincer formation it, but
All right. With that, we're gonna take our first break. We'll be back soon.
yay!
Yeah. All right. Apologies for the long wait. I think I mentioned I'm sick. I'm sick in case I didn't. But I'm okay. I will survive.
As long as you know how to laugh.
I was waiting for it. That's why I paused. Yeah. I would have done it too. To be fair, that's why I'm like, I deserve that one. Fly at her. Partner shots. Okay. So, Eranmi, as you round the corner, you see a familiar person.
Cool.
There is a duo of people, in fact.
Are they both familiar?
I need a recognize roll for one. Give me a +5. The other is Rickard.
Hey, I know Rickard.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Get a +5 to my 2. Oh my god. Okay, well I get to
Rickard seems to be treating someone who has clearly suffered wounds. And there's quite a bit of blood on this old man's robe. The other one you clearly remember and you can tick it because it is the Merlin.
Aw, boo.
Well, I've already ticked it because my recognize is at 2. So Merlin's like messed up?
Yeah. He looks wounded. Rickard's like, can you around me, can you help him?
Right, yes, of course.
Yeah.
She like went forward to help and then saw it was Merlin and then kind of like paused and then she's like, but I probably should still first aid him.
Yeah. Eranmi like looks kind of like really surprised and she goes to step forward, but then I said Eranmi. Branwyn. God damn it.
Just coming up with shipping names.
I can words. DHL, UPS. Branwyn is. She goes to like step forward. She like there's a look of concern for half a second, and then she sort of steels herself and keeps her distance.
All right. Well, Aranwi succeeded, so she's gonna be like, "What happened to? Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be in Glastonbury? Are you okay? Is he okay? Isn't he a pagan and you're a Christian? Lots of questions."
Rickard looks to you and raises a brow. This old man, a pagan? I hardly think so.
She's gonna kind of give him a look like, are you? How do you know this man?
This one here.
This one here?
Like came to Glastonbury in need.
Right.
He's looking for passage to the north, and I thought it best to take him through here around the Vale.
Well, around the Vale was a good plan.
I was on my way here anyways. I was here to come. Yeah. Beatrice had gifted me Padurn's ring in hope that.
Sorry.
In hope that he would return.
Letter.
And well, he never came by, so I thought I would return it.
I see. Well, there's a wedding today.
I heard. I also hoped to attend. Actually, it was really my selfish reasoning for going. I'd gotten permission to leave. And then this old man came by and needed to go north. Nice guy, this one.
He's Rickard. This man's the Merlin?
He takes a step back.
So I pulled out my gun.
He's like the son of the devil himself. He kind of like takes another step back.
I don't know about that.
Merlin looks to you and says, "Shh, you. We needn't go into those details.
What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with the Uther?
It's a long story. I'm just traveling north for a bit. Summerlin seemed as good a place as any. Thought I might visit Cadwy on the way.
Right. So who hurt you?
He goes to say something, and Rickard says, "Well, there was a giant. I bore my cross at it, and it turned and fled.
Oh, that works.
Yeah, but not before it managed to harm him."
All right. Just for a social call, and she like looks back to Merlin.
Merlin shrugs and then kind of looks back to Eranwi and says, "Of sort, or not Eranwi, Ranwin. I'm gonna get that messed up because there was one dame for a long time, now there's two, and I'm gonna throw. Apparently, I'm mixing Eranwi up with everyone though. Her sister's Beatrice's.
You know.
Oops, all Ranwis.
Yeah, in comes Garanwi. Yeah. So, he says, he looks to Branwen for a moment and says, "Of sort. Matters of business. Just passing through, though. Might need a bit of a rest. Do you have, tell me, Knight, is there a place I can rest nearby?"
Is he talking to me, or is he talking to Branwen, the lady that he was? Okay.
You.
And Aranwi's gonna kind of like look to the priest, who might have some sort of like moral obligation to help people, and then she's going to look to Branwen, who is the emotional. She's the one that like, she's the authority on Merlin, so she's gonna be like,
All right. Is this like a suspicious of Merlin? Do you wanna? Is that kind of the idea a little bit?
She does not feel any type of way about Merlin.
Yeah. Okay.
And like
so
just
suspicious
enough
in general, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Just suspicious in general, and also like she cares so little about him, and Branwen said something like just sketchy enough about him.
Eranwi's that local that's like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
Get out. She might be okay with telling him to just like step off if Branwen said like, "I don't want him here." Then she'd be like, "Okay. Yeah. I have exposure then. Goodbye, old man."
Later. Okay, so
maybe I guess just versus arbitrary. Just is her saying like, "Yes, we have rooms," and arbitrary is being like, "I don't know, Branwen, do we have rooms?"
That would be I don't mind that. Just versus arbitrary there. Yeah.
Okay, succeeded on just. And failed on arbitrary. Alright, Merlin's getting a room. Ranwi will like nod and be like, yeah, we've got some places for you to lie down.
Tick just, by the way. Tick just.
Oh, tick just.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you do that though, Branwen says, "What's your game here, Merlin?" And he just says, "It's much as the boy has said, and I've explained him. Simply passing through." Branwen's eyes sort of narrow suspiciously. "Nothing with you seems to happen by chance. Forgive me for saying." She doesn't even leave that. Let me go ahead and edit and cross out the "forgive me for saying" part. That's long. That's
Don't
not
forgive
Branwen.
me.
Yeah, there's no politeness when it comes to that comment.
Full offense.
Yeah.
Full offense? You're full of shit.
He looks at her just plainly and says, "I wish to rest and be on your way. It needn't be in a manor. Anywhere nearby would work fine."
And you're not going to cause trouble.
Of course not. I wish no one harm here.
Alright, well, and she's going to kind of like slip him over her shoulder and be like, let's go, I guess. And you're not going to do anything weird with Mist at my sister's wedding, alright?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Right?
Of course not. No. I hope. He says, I hope to be long gone before the morrow. Now, you did not explain the wedding was tomorrow.
Is the exact sound that Aranwi is going to make at that comment.
Okay.
The hounds are still going nuts. I don't know if anyone can hear my hounds going nuts.
Just a tiny bit. Barely.
Merlin does a little whistle, and then all of a sudden the hounds all just stop barking.
Oh. Alright. When weird dog magic, are we? Alright, well,
where are you taking him towards? Up to the manor? Or to the town?
I guess. She's going to kind of like over Merlin's shoulder look at Branwen, like kind of implying like, if you do not want him in the manor, we can like move course. Like she's kind of like, you know, nodding her head towards the manor and then nodding her head towards the village, being like, he doesn't have to be in your house if you don't want, basically. But
with
otherwise, if Branwen
doesn't care, with that, she'll pipe up at that, Branwen, when you offer her that option. Look, I got the name right. She says,
Hey.
There's an old witch in town. Perhaps you should dwell with her.
Right. I think old Lady Lila would like the company.
Very well. I promise not to be a nuisance. You have my word.
Okay. She'll probably know what to do with that. And she kind of like gestures at his wound. She'll know what to do with that anyway. I just know how to patch people up. Come on. Drags him over to the witch's hut, I guess. Sorry, Rickard. We're going to more pagan nonsense. He lived here for a while. He knows.
Yeah, as you're walking, like as you get to the manor, Rickard will look to you and say, "Do you mind if I split off from you here?"
Yeah, of course. You remember the way to the manor?
Of course.
I think your old room is still open. Just let Lady Gwynedd know you're here.
That sounds wonderful.
She'll nod to him and part ways. Rickard, he's here.
All right. We will we'll go back, I think, to I want to obviously continue with Old Winds, but I'm trying to pace it at the right steps. So Beatrice, what are you doing at this time?
I was going for a walk in the gardens with Idane.
Yep.
My job was calming pre-wedding jitters.
Awareness test.
I hate you so much.
Those.
Make it stop. It's just a whole mess. Do I still have my +5, or is that scene sufficiently ended?
I'll count it as the same scene. Rough. Okay, no worries. Doesn't affect anything.
Geniality?
Right? Can we get that hermit geniality though?
I
Okay,
kind of
so
want to like just screenshot it at this rate. All right.
as the two of you kind of turn about the garden, you find yourself like at a distance. You see a unwanted face.
From a distance.
What's the unwanted face?
Oh
of
no, I'm not
Shiro?
gonna from a distance him. Gross.
Cadogan. As
Ew.
present, he seems to be walking like in your direction, like that you happen upon each other in the garden.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going where Dane wants me. I'm gonna lean over to Dane and be like, "Do you want to avoid him? Because I can make us avoid him if you'd like."
I don't. Let me know if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think Adine has a reason to really not like the guy.
No,
aside
she
from
really
rumors,
doesn't. I haven't told
right?
her
And
anything. Well, I've publicly accused him of murder, but you know.
she's been like
And she
the
was there for the
optimistic,
duel.
like too optimistic,
Yeah.
like dive
Oh, I
past the
figured I was
obvious
being dragged
worrisome
into this
things.
interaction.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Elaine, no.
Like she's your optimistic sister. Your other sister is the exact opposite. Like, yeah. Couldn't get more like worldly than. Well, that's not true. But you couldn't get more of a grounded mentality than Flory. So.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll ask her, if you want to avoid him, I can make that happen if you'd rather be alone, or we can just keep walking.
No, that's okay. He's polite enough. Sir Cadrigan, she says with a nod. And he says, Lady Dane. Beatrice.
Cadwigan.
Nice day, isn't it?
It is. Good day for a wedding.
A white wedding, indeed. I had to with your comment.
I was trying not to laugh at it. And then, Rebecca comes in and I'm gone. All right.
Well, I shouldn't intrude much longer, but I wanted to wish the lady the best of luck with the preparation for tomorrow. Hope all works out well. And to you, Beatrice, congratulations on your recent progress.
How the hell does he know? 1 second. Momentary panic back. Beatrice is going to look at Dane and say, why don't you walk ahead a little bit? I just need to ask Cadwigan something.
Oh, okay.
As soon as she's out of earshot, she's going to stop. She's going to go from smiling like I'm the supportive. I am being the supportive friend right now. And she's going to drop the entire kind of smile that she's been holding for a hot second.
Right.
So, you've got ears places, I'm guessing.
I wouldn't be much in the way of a knight if I didn't.
Yeah, but yours are better than a lot of knights.
He nods.
Kind of fascinating, I'm not gonna lie.
How so?
That you know everything.
Not everything. Just the things I deem important to be aware of. My friends, my allies, and my enemies.
Wow, I can't imagine which one of those I could be.
I don't know if we have an answer to that. We've had our
Pretty
run-ins,
sure we had an answer.
We've had our run-ins, that's true. Recently less so, I would say.
Yeah, I was pretty solid that you wanted to kill me.
You gave me a good reason to want to kill you.
I mean, you also gave me a good reason to kind of want to kill you, if we're fair.
He shrugs.
But as you said, we haven't had our same kind of run-ins this late. Regardless, and this is a general blanket statement to anyone, but a very nice girl and a very kind man are getting married. And just as a general thing, anyone that does anything to hinder or upset that, or upset the bride in general, I will do terrible things. And I don't mean the things that you suspect me of doing. I mean the good old-fashioned things. It's a general threat to everyone.
I got that.
Yeah. Though I appreciate you not quite calling me an enemy.
I reserve judgment.
I was pretty sure we had I'm actually more surprised by the fact that you haven't passed judgment yet.
Lesser people let their passions drive them.
I'm sorry. I need clarification. Was lesser people directed at me?
I think that's up to your interpretation. I mean, people mistake those
My
things
opinion of
all
Cadigan
the
so far?
time. Yeah. Well, like, that's just it. Suspicious versus trusting. Let's find out. Was that intended for you?
Let's
And
see.
don't you have a Cadigan? Do you have a Cadigan? You don't?
I don't. That's super surprising. I don't have a Cadwigan one. Which is surprising, given he murdered a man.
Maybe
in front
this
of me.
will
But,
determine if you have a Cadigan one.
What did you say? Suspicious versus trusting?
Yeah.
They're even. Oh, well. It's not looking good for old Cadwigan here. Oh, God. Never mind. Trusting's closer, isn't it?
I am gonna need you to tell me what they are because my Chrome crashed.
Okay,
they both succeeded.
They both succeeded.
So.
Suspicious is 1 out of 10. Trusting is 8 out of 10.
Okay. Got it.
So I think that means that Emily chooses?
Yeah, so if they both succeed, neither critted, and it's not like something super pivotal where I called for it, it's your choice, right?
So I think we're super straightforward. She's going to kind of narrow her eyes and look at him. I'm gonna hope that lesser people wasn't referring to me, but I'm going to be honest, I don't entirely know.
I don't know how you could know.
I feel
Just
like
kill
it's
him.
directed at me just by that statement. So, Cadwigan, please, by all means, you kind of scooted out of what you were classified as for me. Don't scoot back in.
He shrugs.
Let me reserve judgment for now.
Very well.
Bigger things are coming anyway. Just let's not all fight each other all the time.
Prepare for battle.
Indeed.
I assume you have ears enough to hear that, and then she's gonna start walking after Dane.
Okay. Heading to Dane now?
Yeah.
So he starts to head off. You kind of notice as he starts to head off, he seems to head off a little more briskly all of a sudden. Almost like his head turns in a particular direction. He starts off. And you
Can
find
I
that
sneak after him?
not without like if you were to turn and politely exit from Edain, you do so, but you're gonna abandon Edain effectively to have to do so. Otherwise,
Oh, dang it! I'm
yeah.
a good friend. I hate
Yeah,
being
you
a
have to
good friend.
choose
Okay.
good friend or follow
You
the.
know, I said that I was bodyguard, and I
I know.
take these roles seriously,
It's
and now I'm
true.
upset about it because I want to know what that weasel is up to. All
Sure.
right.
I can't blame you.
Second. Yeah, I don't trust him for anything.
Also, can't blame you.
Emily does not trust him at all. Either does Beatrice. No one does.
Okay.
Dane does, apparently.
Dane trusts everyone.
It's true. Maybe she shouldn't.
But what if she didn't, though? All right. Just doing something here. Okay, so thanks for the happy birthday. Let's continue on. We're gonna go to Olwen next. I'm just trying to get my computer to unfreeze a little bit, so just spare me a moment here while I do. Once I get this working, continue.
Okay. As Bob's working, everyone go in a circle and say your favorite thing about Bob for his birthday.
Oh God,
I'll
no!
start.
How about do something else?
Okay, we'll say one thing we hate about Bob.
Perfect.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I support.
I hate that he is such a good GM.
No, you're ruining it.
I'm so jealous of him being a good GM. Being attentive to all of the character scenes. I hate that he has that cool ass red thingy. I want it.
I hate how safe he makes me feel in games. That's so upsetting.
I love feeling unsafe.
Yeah. I hate how nice he is. I hate.
I know, it's terrible.
Okay, I really
hate
need to
that he
finish
uses
this. You
voice
guys are making
changers
me
in
wreck.
games and terrifies me.
Oh, we're talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we're.
This does
this
not
isn't
concern you.
I hate that he introduced me to a super cool group of people.
No.
Ooh, we
Hate
got
that he asked all of
callers
us to
from the
be.
comment section. Thomas hates how kind and supportive he is.
Okay, I really need to start
Yeah.
this up here.
Comments.
Yeah, hates how much he checks in with his fellow players. Terrible.
Well, you heard it from the Salisbury game.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's pulling the same bullshit over there.
Well, at least he's treating us both equally poorly.
I hate how he somehow still surprises and terrifies me every session.
Oh God, his switcheroos that he does sometimes.
No, this whole episode.
Yeah, yeah, those are just the worst, honestly.
Yeah, I hate that. Hate it so much.
Almost there. I'm rushing.
I hate when he shows us his really big cat. Sometimes I hate
Blizzard.
what he. Yeah, I hate when Blizzard shows up. Ugh, those cameos, terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
We're not talking about you, baby. You can go back to
What cat? I'm right here.
Cat. He stood up.
I'm right here.
I don't know if Rebecca can
Ready
see
to
him.
go.
Oh, I can see him.
Rebecca and Megan can see him resituating.
He's doing a grooming himself.
I would turn the camera, but then they'd see my messy room, and that's just.
No, it's okay. You just see the little leg pop.
Got another one. Chris hates that Bob let him join the game.
That's fair.
Awful.
Ugh, terrible. Can't believe you've done this. You can't keep getting away with it.
I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, let's continue on. We're gonna go back to.
Sorry,
Olwen.
I'm sorry, Bob. I feel really good that that's off of all of our chests now, though.
Okay, so you get to as we kind of pick up with Olwen. Lady Gwynedd looks to you, kind of pause for a moment. She's like, Olwen? And you kind of come back to.
Yeah.
How did you do that to your finger?
I was working on the dress for Edain and the rest of the group, and was trusted with such an important task, and I realized I didn't really know what I was doing. I just wanted everyone to look pretty, and I got really excited. I started cutting in the pattern. I did it wrong, and so I tried to sew it back, but then I did it wrong, and then I cut it again. I did it wrong. I kept sewing and cutting, sewing and cutting, and I didn't even notice. I was just going.
I see.
And then Ronway was there. And I think I've made a mess of everything. Dane's gonna be so upset. I need to make it right.
I didn't know. I don't think I would have kept you here if I knew that the queen was your mother. I don't think I would have risked that for you.
I didn't know either. I thought...
Did you see her where you went? Stop. Pause. You're thrown back in. You arrive at the castle. On the back of the Goblin Knight's giant boar mount. He kind of steps off the mount and then offers you a hand.
Takes it.
She'll be waiting for you. She's been waiting for you.
You really are kind, you know. I don't think you believe it, but you are.
Don't mistake my honor for kindness.
You don't have to pretend.
This way. And with that, he turns kind of abruptly and begins to walk.
Olwen will go where she was pointed.
You find yourself walking through the castle that you had visited the outside of previously. You see inside there's this strange, almost like darkened luminescence to it. It's sort of like a glow of a black light that sort of changes the color and perspective while you're in here. Everything, though, is dark, almost Halloweenish in color and style. This looks like a haunted house for all lack of other term.
Cool.
And as he leads you, he turns to you one last time and opens a set of double doors that creak really loudly as he does so. You see what looks like a throne room and a figure sitting on top of the throne. One leg folded over the other. A long, dark, it almost looks like hair but as you get closer, you kind of see that it's moving, almost as if it's alive. And you realize it's a bit more of a shawl than an actual hair color. It's a dark raveny color.
Okay. She'll approach. Unless she is stopped.
Nope.
She kind of walks slowly like she's just in a trance, because it kind of feels like she is.
I see that you found your way here now, my darling. Welcome.
Hi, Mom.
So you're aware then? Who told you?
Nobody. I think I figured it out. People said I looked like her, but they never gave a name. And then spoke of someone who is only referred to by her pronouns and not name. And the prince said I resembled somebody who made him uneasy. Might act stupid, but
she laughs
put
at that.
Things together.
She kind of removes the drape that sits over her hair, and you see the vibrant red in color. Says, "You do look like me. Perhaps long ago. No longer."
Well, Mommy? Okay. I see. Why? What did you mean to make me? Oh. And why did you give me up? Did you put me with the humans? I mean, I'm fine being on that side, but...
There's a coldness in her as you continue on, and it seems to grow. You can almost feel the whole room sort of reacting to her. You ask a lot of questions, but I can't blame you. You've been without answers. Rest assured your father left you that way. So I will be clear with you.
Huh?
You are a child abandoned.
I know.
Your existence is a mistake.
Yeah. You hate me.
She looks to you. I'm gonna get you to roll something here.
Cool.
I'm trying to think what exactly. You say you hate me. What do you suggest in turn? What is your character feeling? I'm having a hard time reading Olwen right now because she's also a bit mad.
It's crazy. So, she's just kind of I think she's just kind of asking all these questions that she didn't even really know that was in the back of her head when she found out she was like part Fae. So they're just like, what's the deal? Why like, and you know, facing like the queen basically saying her worst fears to her of like, you're unloved, you're unwanted, you're abandoned. So it's like, okay, so you hate me, you hate that I exist. It's just like I don't think she has a lot of emotional impact right now. It's just
suspicious versus trusting. Let's go with that.
Oh, Bob, did you know that I have a 10 in trusting fae?
Makes sense.
This counts, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so I've succeeded on trusting. And I don't add or subtract anything to the suspicious. It's just and I failed suspicious. Very good.
I think you take her words at face value and you don't pry any further into them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you accept that as the reality, as it's said, in your maddened state, without the ability to sort of rebuttal or question.
Is this before I ask about the hating question or after?
I don't think we've resolved that, so it's before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like for the scene kind of thing. Like unless there's something specific that you're like, you know,
right.
You have another a good counter reason for. So. You asked her, do you hate me, right? That was where we left off.
You hate me?
I don't know you.
No. Do you hate that I exist?
You are a reminder that your father existed. And even though he no longer does, that reminder is unwarranted.
Yeah. Sorry.
You owe me no apology. I will allow you here this once. If I find you here again, you will be tortured.
Didn't want to come here. He brought me here.
You came here. You came into my realm. This is the kingdom of the Unseelie. And half-fae are no more welcome than mortals, lest they be executed.
Right. Guess I should go then. Don't want me around. I should just go back. Sure, someone wants me.
A brother, perhaps?
Brother's dead.
Oh no. Not yet.
What?
show her. And Goblin Knight kind of looks at you remorsefully and says, I think she's seen enough, my lady, if your grace, if I... And then, your majesty or whatever. And she says, no. I think it's time she saw.
Oh.
The Goblin Knight winces and nods. Very well. This way, Lady Olwen.
Nods, kind of wordlessly follows the Goblin Knight.
Okay. All right, and with that, we'll cut back. So we're gonna go to Eronwy now.
I cede my turn and give it back to Olwen.
We refuse to go into Olwen.
I'm going on strike,
No.
Bob.
Let the tension build.
We're on strike. Everyone make tiny strike signs.
Nice try.
Alright, so we were at Big
You're on your way
Merlin.
to You're on your way down to Lilo's. I think Merlin will strike up some conversation when it gets to be just the three of you. Branwen trailing at a distance, not wanting to talk to him, but wanting to make sure.
Understandably.
Yeah. You're one of the gathering, yes? Gathering of branches, I believe Cadwy's little name was something of the sort.
How do you know about that? He talked to you?
At times. Other times less so. As of late, not really. But
Right.
others talk. Druids, bards, enchantresses, witches, lords, ladies.
Alright. Hang on, everyone. I have to find my trusting versus my suspicious.
Never.
I've failed trusting and succeeded suspicious. Ooh, the Homestuck number. So
Tick
when he
suspicious.
asks her that, she's gonna be like, what's the gathering to you?
To me, nothing really. It is... I'd suppose that King Cadwy sees a potential in you all. Something that will protect and help Summerland.
And how do you feel about Summerland?
I'm gonna give you another shot of that awareness test that you didn't pass earlier.
Oh, please, Bob. I've succeeded, finally.
You see, like, oddly enough, he seems to have, like, the whole time he's walking, you see him nursing a wound, too, right? Like, the wound you treated.
Mm-hmm.
But he has this, like, little blanket with him, and he seems to have it, like, tucked at his side. At first, you thought it was just something he was keeping, like, pressure on the wound, but he seems to have it with him at all times.
Wow, that baby is real quiet, huh?
Why?
But does it look like there's something in it? Or is it just a bundle
No.
of fabric?
Looks like a bundle of fabric. Yeah.
Alright. Megan knows what that is. So Aran, we will, look at it and look back. The hell were we talking about? Right. How do you feel about Summerland? Guy who helped invade it?
Actually, he did not. He did not go.
What was the mist then, Bob? What was the mist? Oh my goodness, he didn't help! There were 2 instances of mist, but one of them was naturally occurring. Sorry, Merlin. I lied. I don't have a grudge against you for that.
There was an invasion, and then there was a conversation that didn't involve bloodshed the second time. But the initial one was an actual invasion, and he did not join. So.
All right. Okay. Well, fine.
But I think it's very fair for your character to be suspicious of this guy for a number of reasons.
For a number of reasons, not least of which the role I just
made. You ask him what he cares about it, and he says Summerland has its place in the future of this island. Many things do, really. A number of things. It's really fascinating. I could tell you more.
What's Summerland's place in your vision of the future?
I don't make visions, I just see them. I see a future that could come and ought not, and a future that must come. And I will see it. He kind of zones out for a minute. He stares down at the ground. What tribe do you represent? You're one of the branches.
Oh. What tribe do I represent?
You represent the Dobuni. D-O-B-U.
Dobuni.
Dobuni.
Dobuni, baby.
Dobuni, like bunny. The bunny. Dobuni. Yeah.
Bunny.
Like
I represent the bunny?
Like that.
I think Aranwi, she tuned out a lot of that magic stuff.
Yeah.
So she has to sit there and think for a bit and be like, Boony, I think.
Oh. Dobuni. They're an old people. Great history. Many a things.
Alright.
Have you ever heard of the tale of the Spear of Dobuni?
The spear? Have I?
Folklore.
Folklore. I love folklore. Not well enough, apparently. I'd say I have.
Okay. They say that the Sword of Victory is the only old and powerful weapon, but there are many. Many of the tribes had those that they revered. They grew in strength over time and reputation. The more the weapon earned its name, the more power it gained. The Dobuni held it for many years, but I'm afraid it hasn't been seen for some time. Have you ever been to the Mudlands?
Have I been to the Mudlands?
Folklore?
Folklore?
Yeah.
Just gonna keep my finger on that folklore button. I have not.
Never heard of him. Yeah.
Where are the Mudlands? What does this have to do with the spear thingy?
He looks at you and just says, "It can be so very hard. Being amongst such power and having none yourself. You should seek the spear if you ever have the opportunity." And with that, he continues forward. He says, he turns right to Lilo's, Lilo's apothecary, and says, "This is it, yes?"
Yeah. This is... how did you know that?
Good. Thank you very much. And with that, he goes to walk inside. Excuse me. Are you going to follow, or do you want to leave him at the door?
This man is weird. And she's known Lilo all her life, at least in like a tangential sense. So she's gonna kind of like linger on the door, like kind of like, what's going on?
You're just gonna kind of listen in, or peer in.
Just gonna kind of listen in.
Yeah.
And she's not like hiding or anything. It's very much a like, I am keeping an eye on this situation until Lilo like shoos me away and says she's good.
You kind of you see Merlin as he approaches Lilo, or you hear rather Merlin kind of enter, and he says, "Good day, miss. I ask only for your refuge for one night, and I will be out of your hair and back about my business. Give me an awareness test, actually. I'm gonna see like where you catch in on this.
I've succeeded.
And Lilo says, "The Merlin? Who is this little one?" And Merlin says, "Aha. Yes, a long story. Better that you didn't know. I hope that I'm not a problem being here." Lilo says, "Well, for the Archdruid? No. No, of course not. Please stay. Stay as long as you wish."
I hate being burdened with knowledge. She doesn't necessarily know it's a baby. Just a little one. Something. A little something. Alright.
It's worth noting too. I think where you could interpret that. No, we'll leave it. I like it. I like it better that way. Leave it as is.
Okay. Yay! So does Lilo kind of want me to shove off, or?
Yeah.
All right, then Aranwi will nod to her, leave, turn to Branwen and say, "That man is difficult to talk to."
Imagine traveling with him. He grunts.
I'd rather not. Just a wee bit condescending too towards the end.
He doesn't have a social sense. He sees things.
Oh, those are.
And that's coming from Branwen. Yeah. He sees things. And if there's any truth to them, then he states them. He is condescending. He's convinced that his business is the future of this island.
I did catch that a little, yeah. Believe him.
For a long time I did. Till he cast me aside. Maybe I still do believe him, but I really don't want to.
Oh. Apparently he'll be gone tomorrow, so I have to deal with him for too long. And if you stay in the manor, perhaps you'll see him at all.
She nods. All right. With that, we're gonna go. I don't. We're gonna go to Owen, but she's gonna pull out of it again. Where Gwynedd says, "Owen."
I didn't know when I came here.
Perhaps you should see someone.
That's what Malia wants.
No, about your condition.
I just need to fix her dress.
With that, there's a knock on the door. Am I interrupting? Ricker peers out and in.
I think when she sees Ricker, she kind of just starts fully bawling. Just like... Because, like, it's triggered. Like, she knows, sees it in him, and... Hi.
Hello. I came back for the wedding and to make sure Beatrice got the ring back. It was a ring, right? Wasn't it?
I sent
Yeah.
a letter out, but if the ring was supposed to go with it, that's fine.
That
I'm
was
good
my
with that. I trust
interpretation.
Ricker. Yeah, that's fine.
He
That's
sent the ring with the letter, and that he was to return the ring if he didn't get it back.
okay,
It's from one
I'm good with that.
viewing though, so I could have messed that up.
It's fine. I didn't send you the letter either because I suck. So
No,
That
it's all
works.
good.
it works. I'm good with it.
A ring?
What was the ring?
It was
It was
Padarin.
Padarn's.
It was
The one he
Padarn's
cast
ring
aside, right?
threw in the well
Yeah.
when
Got it.
Jane left.
Mhm.
Hey, I just
I
needed
just-
that
I don't
little.
think
I need
Olwen-
that little mental seed planted to get me
Yeah.
the path back to it. Okay.
Like, Owen didn't see it happen. I think they were
No.
elsewhere, so yeah. The ring?
He just shakes his head. He looks like talks around you rather than to you, and just says, "Is she okay?" Owen, what's wrong?
I messed up the dress real bad, and I'm still dealing with a lot of things.
He rests his hand on your shoulder. He says, "It'll be okay. Dresses are but a small part of everything."
It's a wedding. I just want to do something right.
With that, we're gonna say you kind of snap one more time back into it.
There we go.
You are led down by the Goblin Knight into the dungeons. And give me an awareness test.
Only add a negative modifier? Or just a straight roll?
Just straight and fairy.
Okay. I failed.
You're kind of maddened and you're kind of not really paying attention to your surroundings, or you're just scattered. So you don't hear it as you approach. But by the time you get like a few feet away from a dungeon door where the Goblin Knight stops and he turns to you, and you can hear like almost like a continued like groaning, like pain. And he says, "You don't have to see this. You can turn
wants
and
me
go."
to. That wouldn't be very good for your honor, would it? She wanted you to show me something, didn't she?
He looks angry, and then he with that, when he's called out like that, whether she meant to or not, like he takes a key out, slides in the door, turns a very large key, and opens the door, and it's like dark, like you can't really see inside from here, but the groaning is louder, definitely a man's groan of pain, consistent and like almost without break. I need a Valorous test. No.
It's 17.
Yeah.
I think it might be an automatic, but I will roll it. Before she does, though, she turns to the Goblin Knight. See? Told you you were kind. It's a success.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Almost a crit.
You enter, and as you enter the dungeon, you see this like monstrous combination. It looks like a man kind of propped up, almost like crucified, but there is this long, spindly, winding set of trees and vines that just protrude through him and out of him in various ways, just kind of like leaving him pincered in this really grotesque and graphic way. Gensili, being very, very known for torture, this is one of their calling cards. And give me a recognize roll and add 10 to it, please. And just clarify, this is not tentacle stuff, and there's nothing coming out or in of any of the weird spots.
Why would you need to
these are
specify
elbows and
that
wrists and
me?
shoulders. Yeah.
You can't even acknowledge that.
I had to.
Otherwise, wow.
I'm gonna take that a different way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's him. All right. It's him.
No, it's not. It's not Trevelyan.
I wish I had like a sanity score in Pendragon.
I don't have it right now.
That fumble is why Owen is still nuts right now. 6-7 months later.
Trev. Trevelyan?
He looks up, and it's kind of at that point you see his eyes for the first time. You remember the flashback of you running through the forest with him, running from the time where your manor was burning. Everything was aflame. You're fleeing for your lives, and then you lose him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my fault. I should have turned back. I should have made sure you were following me. I'm so sorry, Trevelyan.
Help me. And then we break. You have your complete and utter snap. You don't remember and won't remember a thing from that point until you return from Very and when you were found. A mess. And for the first time, Owen's remembering the madness. So as you return, this is all returned to her now.
Rick, she was there. Rick, she was there. I saw her, and she. Is that what you saw? Did she hurt you too? Not too, but did she hurt you? Did she?
He nods, but you can tell that, like, where before he went catatonic basically at the mention of anything, right? He just nods. She did. It's over for me now. Can't be.
So sorry. And then we left you. We left you to deal with it by yourself.
I don't think you could have known. And look how good things have come for me. I'm free again.
You do look really nice. You've grown up a lot.
Why don't we get some fresh air? I think it'll do you some good.
Finish the dress though, but I could take a break.
Oh, right. Well, that explains that. He reaches in his like little pouch and he pulls out a needle. Says, someone gave this to me. And you can see he's like thinking, like he's trying to figure it out, and he says, I think it's for you.
Reaches out.
It's just it's a needle, looks as simple as any other needle you've ever touched. Nothing weird about it. Actually, that's not true. Roll your sight.
Do I have a negative to this?
No, not in this particular case.
I still failed.
Yeah. So you you can't seem to like you just look at it like, oh right, a needle, right? I guess I'll need that. But...
Did Dane give you this?
No. Someone I met on the road.
I see. But yes.
Why don't we get you some fresh air and then we can sit down together and work through what we can. How does that sound?
It sounds really nice. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to go to, I think, Beatrice and Dane. If you're okay with it. Did you have anything you wanted to say to Dane at this point?
No, not particularly. I'm glad you went to Rebecca first because I had a very tiny strike sign made.
I got it.
I was ready to refute in my very, very teeny tiny strike sign. No, I don't have anything to say to Dane.
Okay. I think what will happen is Rickert and Olwen join Beatrice and Dane out there because they're probably there for some time.
Hi. Hi, Rickert. Olwen. How you doing?
With that you hear Grifflet huffing and he slides into the scene. And he says, Olwen, there you are. Olwen, I gotta talk to you. One of my sisters, not you, Dane, one of the other ones, has something that you need to hear right this moment, and you need to come with me right now if you can.
Yeah, Olwen,
right
go.
this minute. And then Dane's like, but how's the dress? And Grifflet just starts like shoving in that direction. Oh, hi, Rickard. And then he just keeps pushing him. Yeah.
Godspeed, Grifflet.
She's just going to look at Dane and go, weddings are chaotic beforehand every single time.
Of course. I just really like to see the dresses.
Yeah, you're fine. We will see them and they will look gorgeous. I promise.
No promise, Beatrice.
No, she's promising because otherwise heads will roll.
Yeah, that's basically
People will
it.
die.
I didn't add the or else people are gonna die. Yeah.
Okay. So with this, we're gonna go to we're gonna kind of zero in with Rickard. He hands Beatrice the ring and shakes his head. There's been no sign of Pedarn. I checked in Wells on the way as well. And Axbridge for that matter.
I appreciate it. I got rumors from different places, but he's been all over, so I figured it was a long shot, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
I haven't seen Vivian either.
No. I think Vivian went away for a while.
Yeah.
It upset him. I'm not sure why, but he ran.
Couldn't say, to be honest.
I was hoping he knew more about them, but I don't really. But he was the first person I met, him and Vivian.
He seemed nice enough.
Yeah, I'll find him eventually. It may take a few years, but you know.
It was rare to see a pagan knight exhibit those qualities.
He's just a good man. Knights are knights, but they're still men.
Some of them monstrous. He was not.
Yeah. He was not. He
At
is not. I'm
at least
assuming
not that
he's
I'm
still
aware.
alive.
Well,
I think right now he's sad. But I
do you know
appreciate it.
what's happening with Olwen? She seems...
Owen went missing for a while. And I don't know.
Did she cross over?
I don't know.
I think she
We
crossed
couldn't
over.
find her. What?
Oh dear.
I don't know. What happened? She crossed over?
Was she wounded when she returned? Like I was?
Was she wounded when she returned, Bob?
Nope.
No.
Do you remember what I was like when I returned?
Yes. Believe
She
me.
doesn't seem far from it.
She experienced what you did.
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
I would say that if she wasn't tortured, at least not physically, maybe that's it. Maybe not physically harmed. But the lady, the queen, the Dark Queen,
I've heard of her.
she has other ways. Cruel ways.
Well. Alright, so she like run her hands through her hair. So probably messing up whatever Olwen had done to her hair at that point in the morning. Wreck it. So
No, twigs inside of it.
yeah, no, I didn't. I don't even know where to start with this, except that I'm actively just going to add the queen to the list of people that I would like to see ended.
I would speak against it. We must show our enemies mercy. But I don't know if those verses apply to the fairy and those who dwell inside. I do have a thought, though. Something that might be able to help. I'll petition in Glastonbury and see where I can get.
What is it?
Well, that would be my secret, he says with a smile. He says,
I didn't even have a secret. I don't know why you get a secret when I didn't get one. So
call it a surprise.
I hate surprises, Ricker. I'd rather know what's going on because you've met the people I travel with. It's better to know. I'm going to help her and keep Idane away from her. Because Idane's getting married tomorrow and she's a little nervous. And I have someone who I've just found out has been tortured. And how are you here?
I got permission to travel. Set out on my own. Well, not exactly on my own. There was an old man. He's staying with someone down in the village, I guess.
Rotten old man.
It's complicated. He was traveling this way, asked for assistance. Seemed to be
And Lilo seemed like the best hospitality option.
He didn't say. I don't think he said Lilo because I don't think he knew that name. He didn't add that.
Okay, yeah.
But he would say.
We discussed it with him.
He did, but he didn't add it because he wasn't sure it was clear yet. I just wanted to make that note. Like he hadn't said it yet. But he was about to anyway. It's like something of an old witch down in the village.
Yeah, and you thought Lilo was the best possible hospitality we had?
Well, for the Merlin, it seemed appropriate. I didn't know.
You brought him here?
I didn't know. I wouldn't have traveled with a pagan archdruid if I was aware of it.
Riker, I found that mildly insulting given you know me, but...
Well, no offense, you're not an archdruid.
I am not an archdruid, but I am the pagan half.
Well, this is what I've experienced in Summerland, yes.
He's with Lilo right now.
Yeah.
Why is he here?
Assuming she accepted him. He was traveling, continuing on. Kept going on about the future of this realm. Asked me a lot about my visions.
You know, people always think they know what's best for the future of wherever. It's not a unique trait.
Indeed. I think sometimes people try to play God.
Everyone tries to play God. People don't like giving up control.
That's a fault.
It is. I agree with you. She went a curse.
Yeah.
Just blatantly in front of a monk, basically. Do I see Grifflet or anybody? Or
no, Grifflet. Oh, no, Grifflet pushed. Oh, you're traveling now, right, to Owen?
Well, so I
Wasn't that
was
the
gonna
intent?
travel to Olwen, and then I found out that Merlin's just sitting in
You
Lilo's
Are you
house.
changing your mind?
Oh, so she was trying to find anybody, one of the other ladies, one of the serving girls, anything, and just say like, I need you to go sit with Lady Adane and tell her that I will be there in a minute. I had to check on Lilo.
Ooh, there's slim pickings here. Let's see.
Yeah. If I have to find Cadwigan and do it, I will. I don't
No, you know
care.
what? We haven't established. Lady Gwynedd would have a handmaiden because Lady Olwen is not a
Yeah,
handmaiden.
I'll grab her. She seems
Let's give her a name.
like a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Before we even roll
new
her,
character.
let's find out. So I don't have it set. I just have random
Indeed.
night. I don't have like because there's a lot of. I'd have to build a new roll table for it. So I will do that eventually, but haven't gotten around to it. So we're gonna do female name, and then we're gonna do random night. And the random night is it's her father's name and the passions underneath. So the father name and then everything else is actually like her skill sets, unless it makes no sense whatsoever, which sometimes it will. We'll drop the loyalty.
Loyalty Uther.
Yeah.
Where's she from?
Ooh.
She is from Kerkolin. Yeah, I could see that. She has a loyalty to Uther. She probably saw the sword. before she came here. Yeah.
Get out. You're fired.
Right, well, it's slim pickings, guys. I grab her, who I assume is older than me. I'm just gonna like grab her arm and be like, I need you. Oh,
17 years old.
She's 17. Oh, she's the same age as me. Hey. Grab her arm and say, I need you to go sit with Lady Adane and tell her that I had to go check on Lilo and I will be back.
Okay, very well. Any particular reason? Just to keep her calm?
I just wedding is tomorrow.
Okay,
so
got
you
it.
know. Yep. Cool. Glad we're on the same page. Keep her away from Lady Olwen and Grifflet. I'm not sure what's happening, but something's happening and she doesn't need to know.
Very well. I really look forward to breaking my fast tomorrow. At the feast.
Oh yeah. No, I'm excited for the feast too. But just keep her calm, keep her happy. Don't let her spiral. And
Understood.
then I'm gonna take off full run, like full sprint. I hope Ricker saw this entire mess. Like, go to her and then me booking it down the path.
This is a girl who's apparently never eaten warm food in her entire life.
That's so sad.
Temperate 19.
I've ever heard.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Always looking after everyone else. So she's happy to do that. She goes and assists with Adane, and she's going to be successful there. Beatrice, you're running off to Lilo's. Is that correct? We're going to say that you and Aranwi cross, because you guys are both heading opposite directions. So it's Aranwi
Aranwi's gonna like
Aranwi and
catch
Brandon.
her on my arm and like, whoa, where are you going?
I'm going to Lilo's.
Right, what?
Where are you going?
Back to the manor from Lilo's, and she'll kind of like start walking with Beatrice. Like, what are you doing?
You were there with him, and you just let him go in.
Well, I mean, yes. She seemed fine with him.
I don't care. I'm not fine with him.
It's Lilo's house.
I live in Lilo's house.
What's your problem with the Merlin? She's kind of like walking alongside. Like, no one likes him. I mean, I don't like him.
He did something to kill the Duke. Are you kidding?
Right. I mean, I don't know what he did, but I don't like him. Yeah, but everyone has a different problem with it. Maybe you had more.
Yeah, all I've ever heard is the shady things that this man has done. I don't She's gonna start running.
Okay.
He said he'd be gone. She's like jogging along after you. Like, he said he'd be gone by tomorrow.
You're so much faster than me. You're just like literally.
Oh, yeah, she's like speed walking.
I want to end with the Olwen piece, or end this thing. So we're gonna do one quick scene with Beatrice reaching Lilo's because I want to end with
Wait till
Olwen's.
next time if you want to just do the Olwen.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
There won't be.
I don't come in gracefully. It's like door banging open. I'm like me.
Lilo, holy fuck.
Griffin 2. Or Grifflet 2.
No. Griffith's with Olwen. Yeah.
I know.
No,
we're saying the same.
No,
gotcha.
number 2.
Gotcha.
The
Gotcha.
sequel. Electric Boogaloo.
Griffith Part 2, gotcha. Understood. Okay, so you burst in and you see Lilo sitting with looks like an older man. Give me a sight check.
Give me a second. I just put points in this, so I'm gonna be really mad if it fails.
I believe in you.
I succeeded.
As you enter, like you burst in and you see them both kind of like change their attitude, and for half a second you think you just walked in on something you absolutely didn't want to like ever see in your life. But then you realize that there's something sort of glittering behind where they stand, like they're trying to hide something. And as you kind of peer around,
So confused.
you see what looks like an infant. And then you begin to hear it kind of cooing. Lilo says, well, she's seen it now.
What the hell did you do?
What must be done, my dear?
I am not liking the cryptic answers, Lilo.
No, that was from Merlin.
That's from Merlin. She'll say the same thing to him.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid that's all you'll have. The less you know on this one, the better.
You randomly bring an infant after, like, let's be honest about the weird things that I've heard about what went on in this house. And you don't want me to ask questions?
If you ask questions and I answer them, and others interrogate you later, would you wish to know those answers?
Who's gonna interrogate me? No one knows who I am.
Perhaps not.
Actually, and Aranwi's gonna kind of like poke her head through the door because she's been here and she's like, actually, why are people gonna start interrogating people? You said you were here visiting.
I said I was passing through.
Mm-hmm.
What's seen cannot be unseen. But it's best that you don't ask anything further.
I'm gonna walk closer. Not to him, to the behind them. She's like trying to get a better look, if she can. She's doing the confident walk forward regardless.
Yeah. You get a better look. There's not. It looks like any other child, really. There's nothing abnormal or. Oh, I lost somebody.
All good, I just have to readjust.
Oh, good. You became me temporarily. I became Megan. Haha. I get to play her on me now.
Megan's running the game now. Good luck, Megan.
Just want to let you know that we're all counting on you.
So, Merlin gives the baby back, and everything is fine. That's my word of God.
Alright, I won't. I'm going to ask you a question. Because I can. The baby won't be harmed, right?
No. No, the baby will not.
Yeah, I've already had to hand over children to people I was a little dubious about, and I just hate that I'm doing this twice.
You will find the best care that the realm has.
That's reassuring.
Aranwi, you're really lost why they're talking about a baby.
Yeah, you can't see it.
Can't see the
You
baby?
can't
No.
see the baby. I can see it because of sight. You can't see it or hear it. We're just sitting here
Oh
talking.
my gosh, that's why I didn't see the. Oh boy.
Oh boy, we look like a bunch of crazy people.
Where's the
I look as
baby?
crazy as Merlin.
Merlin sighs and says, "Don't just stand in the door. Come in. Close it."
Okay. She'll do what she's told, I
Yeah.
guess.
Lilo, you're good with this?
Lilo shrugs. Who am I to argue with Archdruid and what he sees? If he says he sees a future in this boy, then he sees a future in this boy.
There are a lot of people who have been saying they see the future. I'm not arguing that he shouldn't take the boy. But just an observation. You know what? She's gonna turn to look at you. Always know when I say, you know what, it's something bad's about to happen. I'm sorry. She's going to turn to look at Merlin. What happened to the Duke? Because I don't think I'll ever get an answer otherwise.
A tragedy. He died fighting Salisbury Knights. One promised to look after his children for him. Those were his final words.
I heard something different.
We all hear different things.
I'm just curious.
You are curious, and you ask a lot of questions.
Oh, I do.
Beatrice, I'm dad.
I heard you had something to do with it.
Oh no, not his death. That was not my doing. That you can rest on the King of Logres and his moves and his lust and his ambition. Uther is king, but he's not a just one. For that we will have to wait.
She looks hesitant and like almost pained. Like it hurts her to like not push further. Well,
That Lilo says, I believe the Merlin speaks correct. You both should go. It's best you are not here to see you or witness anything further.
Haven't seen anything anyway.
yeah.
Can't see shit.
Romney's like, I don't know what's going on.
There should be a foot stomp.
Talking about a
Y'all are
baby.
weird.
Beatrice.
Y'all are weird.
Beatrice is gonna look at Merlin. I hope you're right. I really do.
So do I.
All right. Well, you probably won't see me again. Going to
Perhaps not.
disappear. Going to disappear back into Summerlin like I normally do. She's gonna look at Lilo. I'll come back later. I have a wedding amongst other things to deal with. And I will leave. And I will take her on with me. Who I assume is looking very confused. I'm gonna grab her by the
Oh
arm.
yeah,
and pull
she
her
is
out. Just gonna
lost.
pull you outside
However,
with me.
Merlin's cool now. You said Uther sucked. We
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah, we like him slightly better.
Romney's so easy.
Look, Aranwi has very few priorities.
Yeah.
And one of them is bashing the current royal family.
Do you hate Uther?
Love
Plus
that.
99%
Yeah,
rating.
exactly.
Exactly.
Every time. You hate Uther?
Plus 10 approval.
We can be friends.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna end with Olwen. Olwen,
Mhm.
just for shits and giggles, we're gonna give you
Thanks.
three fashion rolls as is. As
Oh,
you
good.
sit
Oh,
down
good.
amongst Idane and amongst
It's gonna be
Aranwi's
bad.
mom, who I never recall by her name, so I forget. Terwin.
Terry?
Dane?
Turbin?
Sitting
Aranwi.
amongst
Not
No.
Idane.
Flory.
Flory.
Harry. We're keeping Idane away from this shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so bad.
Oh,
Yes,
I've
it
gone
is.
back to a Dane. I'm
Actions are
keeping a Dane away from this shit.
Three fashion rolls.
Yep.
I used the needle I was given.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just letting you know. In case that makes my score anything but a 2. Oh,
Interesting. Love it.
again.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay,
Okay.
it's getting better.
Okay, perfect.
My
So
thumb goes right back in.
you
Nice D rolls there,
Yeah.
though. Good job.
You're killing it.
Thanks, buddy.
That Thaco roll. Super. So
Oh no.
your hit armor class 0 ratios are very good.
Yeah.
I hate Thaco. But as you Owen, actually, we're gonna do this through Beatrice and Aranwi's eyes because it's gonna be more funny. So you get back and you go to check in on everyone. Grifflet's standing guard. He kind of nods to the two of you and steps aside.
I assume Aranwi has explained the situation because I had no idea.
You might not. It'd be almost more funny if you did.
Oh god, okay.
Yeah, I think Aranwi's actually been a little bit scared to mention it to Beatrice.
Beatrice?
Due
I might kill them. Alright.
to the fact that
Oh,
You
no.
see Flory and Terwin working away at the dresses. And they both look really frazzled as they look over to Olwen, who's just absolutely butchered one of the dresses. Another one is really, one is really, really close to kind of butchered, like it's pretty bad. And the third one is far from looking good.
Okay.
I've
And
somehow sewn it to my own dress.
no, not that bad. Just shoddy, craftsmanship. I'd say the 20 almost represents the one that you try to piece back together from the shreds you had previously.
In about 1500 years, this will be in vogue.
I want you to give me a glamour roll plus 15.
Me?
Yep.
I've succeeded.
You both Owen and Beatrice, you can make a sight check on that.
You mean it wrong? Me?
No,
Me make a sight check?
Those who have sight, yep.
Got it.
You're
Oh,
losing the Megan.
We lost the Megan. I thought that was me.
I failed my sight.
I also failed my sight. We suck. We're bad magical beings.
It's okay.
Okay. I think then you don't see the magic go off as much as all of a sudden oh, one sec. I want to see if Megan's back here. Because we're really close.
I think they tried to give a thumbs up, but it froze
like
on them giving
thumb.
a thumbs up.
It's like a Terminator 2 thumb. Being lowered down into the... Rip. Okay, we're going to go BRB real quick. Not for long. We'll be back to close.
Okay.
So as the magic wears off, or sorry, as the magic goes off, all of a sudden these really pieced together dresses, with Aranmi's family looking like they're about to lose their mind. All of a sudden, they're just gorgeous. And I think without sight, you can test worldly versus suspicious. And if
Suspicious or spiritual?
Spiritual, I meant. Worldly versus spiritual.
I failed both. Up to you, Bob.
I think
all of us
Aranmi's worldliness makes a lot of sense here, for once.
Success and spiritual.
I think Beatrice, for Beatrice, you definitely sense it's magic. For Aranmi, you're kind of like trying to just justify it in your head. You don't sense it's magic. You just feel that it might be. Like you believe it might be. Your failed sight means you don't actually see it, right?
Yeah.
See the magic.
Well, I saw them horrible and then beautiful, so it's just like I think that might be.
I don't roll that, right? I'm too.
No,
I
do.
Okay.
You just roll it flat because you got minus in both, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
Little Miss Nutso is gonna roll.
You're like, I fixed it.
Yeah, that's great.
I did it.
Wow.
I fixed it. Oh my god, I love it so much.
You did indeed.
I knew if I just sewed it together enough.
You and Aranmi's family.
You're out of melancholy.
I did it. Oh, good. I knew I could do it. I'm so happy.
Dresses in an hour?
Oh, yes. I worked really hard. Ow, my thumb really hurts.
And you stabbed it.
What? What do you mean I stabbed it? How did I stab it?
I don't know. Straight through.
I'm going to get a Dane. I need to get a Dane. Alright, she wants to see the dresses. And
be more careful.
Woman.
Oh, right. I was supposed to. She wanted to see the dresses hours ago.
I'm gonna go grab a Dane and bring her upstairs.
Okay. So we're going to end there, but I'm going to leave us on one little exciting moment.
Yeah.
The next day, the wedding. Preparations are made. Merlin is gone.
Thank God.
No sign of him at all. No goodbye, no nothing. As the ceremony is prepared in the field nearby, you see banners riding this way. The man leading them calls out, "Where is the Merlin? We come on orders of the king. Or the traitor."
This fucking guy really
And with
did
that,
do bullshit and ruin my sister's wedding.
We're going.
Did he interrupt the wedding?
He promised he wouldn't. I'll kill him when I see him next.
Wait.
Well, technically, the wedding hasn't started.
That's worse.
I'll kill you too.
He's gotta die.
He's gotta die.
This guy, Merlin, they both gotta die. They're done. They ruined a Dane's wedding, and I'm over it.
That's fair.
That's true. Beatrice, you've got power of life over life and death.
I do.
Kill these fools.
I'm gonna start murdering people. Guys, I'm going on a murdering spree.
I'll help you.
I don't know if you're
like
there
this
yet.
shit.
Let's see what happens. We will find out next time, though.
Doubt me, Bob.
I don't have much in the way of closing. I think Olwen got severely screwed by the melancholy at the beginning there. Did we lose Rebecca, by the way? I think we did.
I think we lost Rebecca.
Oh, we
Yeah, there
lost
she
Rebecca.
goes. Guys, what is happening?
Good night.
I
for a
know.
second.
I know. Our internets hate us. I just want to
Everybody.
close at this
Me
point.
last week, 2 people this week. Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
do some
Make it
rapid fire
stop.
closures. I
Yeah,
don't really
close
have
before
anything I want to talk about in the outros. Do any of you have anything?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. Okay. Let's close tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.